Hi, FarQ. How are you doing? I have an acoustic, but it's a cheap $20 one. I bought it in the swap meet, so I don't play it. Actually, I'm not really a guitar player. Growing up, the bands I was in, I was the singer. But as I got older, and I used to do, I was a karaoke disc jockey for a number of years. But as you know, COPD has its toll on your body, so kind of, if you understand that, you know that it's hard to sing like I used to. Sit around in my room. But like I said, I'm not really a guitar player. Leonard Cohen, Mazzy Star, Cowboy Junkies, and Patti Smith. Blues, jazz, rock and roll. I'm not really a fan of country, but I like rap. How do I come up and talk with you? You can click that StreamYard link and come up and talk. And there's a link I put up there at the top that says StreamYard. But that would be nice. That would be fine if you wanted to. You can just click that link I left at the top, or I'll just post it again if you like. So you can come up. And that way I'll stop making noise and we can talk. I'll stop being annoying. Kodo entered growers settings to allow StreamYard so much for smartphones and dumb people. Yeah, I know. You should only just have to click the link, but uh, yeah. Jody Reason. I did not see. Mag, no good. My mic and camera blocked. No idea where browser even is. Gotta get myself a 3-year-old to teach me. You should just be able to click like the link and it'd pop up for you. I can't. Boo hoo. That's okay. But when you get it figured out, you can come in anytime. Yeah, it's just not it's not letting you connect. I don't know. It does not want to let you connect, Jody. It's just not. I don't know if it's your device or what, but you should be able to just. I should just be able to allow you to pop in, but it's not. It's not giving you. You live on the edge of a little sandy desert. So yeah. Hi, Alan. How you doing? Yeah, I'm kind of. I think they have may have found little Athena's body. Well, that's good, I guess. What? What? Amy Gitman? Amy Gitman in charge of TIs. What? Yeah, I seen you backstage, Jody, but it just it says you were disconnected, so I couldn't get you in. It's no, don't be embarrassed. Sometimes it takes a couple times. Oh, flying drones over the house again, eh, John? Yeah. I don't I don't know if you have noticed before, but I was sitting out here on the patio one day, and it was at a certain time of day where the sun angle was just, you know, creeping past the edge so that the sun that it would create like a haze in the sky, right? And it was a clear blue sky. And I'm sitting out there, I'm just sitting out there. It was nice in the summer, and I look up and like I don't know if you've seen those videos where the guy gets under the eave of the house and takes pictures of the like the rods that look like they're a rod with like several wings on it. Well, I'm just sitting there, I'm looking up, and there was nothing going on, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere a white orb for just a matter of seconds, like where the sun was, would reflect off of it. And it wasn't really moving fast. It was going, average speed, I guess. I'm not going to try and guess how fast or how high, but it was just like it looked like a star. And this is broad daylight. And it went slow. It appeared out of nowhere, and then as it passed that like threshold of where the sun wasn't reflecting on it just right, it disappeared. And it was just weird, really weird. But as far as like, you see all these videos of people taking, they're taking of white orbs, and it looked like stereotypical white orb, but for the most part, it was invisible until it hit that certain point in the light. So the way it seems, they have they can turn their Klingon cloaking device on and off at will, as they feel like it. But I guess apparently it wasn't able to compensate for the reflecting sunlight in a certain way. But as far as drones, there's this young girl in the UK somewhere, I think, and she was filming out of her window towards a neighbor's apartments, and bobbing up and down just above the building was a very large drone, not one of the little like little 1 foot square ones. This thing was like 3 or 4 feet in diameter. It was huge. It was big. Um, when I was spending time on TI News's channel, he'd found it, and and we talked to her, but it was a large drone, and it was just bobbing up and down. Like she'd look, and it would sink down behind the building, to like hide from her view, and she wasn't like paying, like it wasn't paying attention. And then it would come up again, and it's pointed directly at her. You could see the cameras pointed at her, and then it would duck down. So yeah, I have no problem believing you, John, that you have drones flying over your house as a target. If they're targeting you, they're using every possible means to continue to survey you. There's other things that I've done research about LiDAR. LiDAR is completely capable of being in someone's home within 30 or 40 meters away from you, which is, you know, it's 100 feet away from you. So that the general population around you. LiDAR, you're able to. It's basically like not like infrared, but it works in with using radar, and it's you're able to see people moving around in their house, see them taking a dump, whatever, taking a shower, and you can see them, and and this technology is just like rampant everywhere. You can get it on Amazon, you can, you know, get it on eBay, and and watch your fucking neighbors with this technology, you know. And upon more research, there's other like spy type surveillance equipment that, you know, that they can readily get for, you know, I mean, cheap. And the prices were ridiculous. This LiDAR setup was like $179, and it said that it can map within 150 feet of your house. Everything around it will see everything around your house. It spins, and it just basically will see everything, and in through walls, you know, everything. And it will see if you want to watch your neighbors having quality time, you know. It's not like you're looking at me right now. It's kind of like an outline of the body or whatever, or the person, or the object, but you can see everything. You can see everything inside the home. You can see the person. You can see what they're doing, whatever. Now it can't really see like the screen of your computer or whatever. It's not like that. But there is other stuff that can do all that shit. I can see you taking a dump, hacking the military satellite with heat sink. Yeah, you bet. Sure you can. I'm sure you can, dude. I mean, but you wouldn't be talking about it if you had half a brain, saying that you're doing that. That's just trolling. But if you are doing that, it's pretty fucked up of you. But like I said, the scope of the technology is, yeah. Well, I mean, well, LiDAR is it's they using mainly for like the Google self-driving cars are trying, you know, not Google, but in the in the research of self-driving cars, they use LiDAR, they use motion detection, infrasound, all kinds of things to make it where a car can drive around by itself. But these technologies are cheap now. They're getting cheaper every day. And they're rampant. Yeah, well, but the brain computer interface is really what's the worst part of the new technologies coming out. That and voice to skull, or similar to audio spotlight. The voice to skull technology, where they, you know, there's, like I get all the time, 24 hours a day, electronic harassment, where they're speaking to you and they can hear what you're thinking, right, through with this V2K technology, and remote neural monitoring. Like, I'll be sitting here quiet. I'm not saying anything, but if I'm thinking about, gee, that's pretty interesting, they hear that and they comment on it. And they comment on it by beaming the microwave at you or whatever. And then they harass you and they threaten you, and it's constant verbal harassment and threats and demeaning hate speech. No, I'm not I'm not saying that the technology itself that they might be using is illegal, but what they're doing with it is illegal. LiDAR isn't illegal, right? It's not illegal to own, it's not illegal to use, but it is illegal to spy on people in their home and, harass them and threaten them and, cause them grief and terrorize them. That's illegal. So I'm not saying that the technology itself per se is dangerous, but the uses of it are. I mean, it's like a nuclear bomb. The nuclear power in itself, as a reactor is not, it is dangerous, but it's beneficial to keeping your lights on. But like all all the technologies, it has its good points and its bad points. And the problem is these people are using these technologies for clandestine means. Yes, it is people. It is people, FARQ. They are groups of people that single out a person like me or you, and they harass you and hack your computers. They don't really have to hack your computers, because with the remote neural monitoring, they're able to glean the passwords directly from your brain. They can listen to what you're thinking, they can look at what you're thinking. Brain computer interface technology. It's real. It's there. It's not a fallacy. It's not science fiction anymore. It's not like the movie Dreamscape with Natalie Wood uh, and Dennis Quaid in it anymore, where it's like brain to brain. Well, it's not just brain to brain; it's brain to computer to brain, and vice versa. And it's basically like Neuralink, but remote. It doesn't require an implant, and they know it exists, and he knows it exists, just like everybody else does. But it is disputed because they want it to be disputed and to be hidden. No, you say, my gosh, has nobody any privacy? I don't want them in my head. Yeah, well, that's just it. That uh, just like with the Havana syndrome incidents in Cuba and around the White House, it's the same thing. But the problem with that is they're able to glean information. There's no firewall for your brain. You can't, there's no helmet you can put on, like, to block these signals, because every person has their EMF signature, fingerprint, that you're like your cell phone, even when it's turned off, is beaming, its location. It pings the closest cell tower, right? It's always going beep 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 beep, right? It's beeping, saying, right here I am. Well, your brain is doing that too. Your brain is a receiver and a transmitter. So, and everyone's is different, like your fingerprint. So they can focus on you directly in a crowd, wherever you're at. And that's what these gang stalker groups are doing. Now, when people they'll say, "Oh, how the hell did they did they hack my device when it wasn't connected to the internet?" Well, there are also other technologies now. There's Powerline, which is internet directly through your electrical cables. Now you have to buy the device or equipment to use it, but they can't really regulate it because everybody's paying for their power. So they don't really advertise it. You can Google it yourself. You can Google Powerline. It's internet through your electric lines. But um, there's also infrared connections, which Microsoft uses even when your computer isn't connected to the internet to transmit back and forth information that they want from your computer, to monitor and update shit and to keep shit to maintain stuff's working correctly or whatever. But it's called infrared. It uses infrared technology, and you can't turn that off. There's no connection in your computer, or no place in your computer where you can go say, well, I want to turn off this infrared connection, and they want it that way because you have no control over it. So that way, even when your computer is not even connected to the internet, Microsoft can send and receive information from your device. I'm not surprised, Sammy. You say they've, you know, uh, you know, you saw a big show. Yeah. What was this channel? Do you know? Now, what were you saying there, right here? That you have 3 microwaves if I need to make a world at war weapon. Um, there's videos on YouTube, right, that show you how you can make a microwave gun, right? Now, um, out of your junky secondhand microwave, as long as you've got the transformer and the capacitor and the other parts all connected. You can make a microwave gun. You put a cone, you make a cone to focus the the uh, the the magnetron beam out of the cone. Well, you got the magnetron, you got the transformer, and you got the capacitor all lined up, and you can just leave it. You can leave it connected like it comes out of the microwave, but you just have to make like a square cone or a round cone, any kind of cone that'll focus the microwave. Now, those are not going to be high powered like, let's say, a tactical weapon would be, like a tactical gun. They only transmit the microwaves few meters. So like they would, if someone was doing that, let's say you live in an apartment complex, right? They would, if they made such a device as that, they would have to set it directly against the wall of your from their apartment to your apartment, and then it would only extend, you know 6-8 feet from that area. But if you're standing in there, you're getting microwaved. You are being bombarded by the microwaves. But it's not it's not the same. This is not the technology. This is not like the ADS, the active denial system, or the microwave beam weapons that the military has made, off trucks, or the voice to skull technology that they used in Afghanistan against the terrorists. That the voice of God weapon, where they told the terrorists in their head, put down your weapons and surrender. This is Allah speaking to you. And they did that shit. They did that shit in the 90s in the Gulf War. It happened. It ain't no joke. But the problem is that was over 30 years ago. So that technology is mainstream, secret mainstream. Now, when Havana syndrome happened in Cuba, even though targeted individuals were complaining about being harassed with V2K and remote neural monitoring technology way before that, until it started happening to diplomats and people at the White House, the military, the Army, had a website talking about Voice to Skull, their technology. It had a page about it, about the technology they have that's been developed that they use. And they do use it. Don't think they don't. But right after Havana syndrome happened, and everybody's in a stupor. We don't understand what's going on with this technology. What's happening? How is this Havana syndrome happening? Why are these people getting sick? Why are they hearing these high-pitched whines or voices? The Army took their site down. They took that page down because, and the general consensus now is that it doesn't exist. Well, it does exist. It can be satellite based. They can use cell towers, anything that has a microwave carrier beam. And a lot of things have a microwave carrier beam. Now, hi Tanya, how are you today? Good to see you. But for the most part, reporting it to the FBI, the CIA, DHS, NSA, they're they're not gonna say, oh yeah, we know, and yeah, we're gonna do something. They know the NSA's been using it. Edward Snowden's talked about it. He's talked about how they're able to see into your head and watch you formulate a thought as you're typing on your computer, and you backspace and you go forward again with the conversation. And in all seriousness, he's saying they can do this. I've seen them do it. And that was 13, 10 or 13 years ago when he was interviewed about it. Then that was around the same time that Obama was saying we need to protect whistleblowers, right? But Edward Snowden's a whistleblower, whistleblowing on them, so of course he's an enemy of the state because of that. But that's that's just the way it is. The problem here is that they're incorporating it along with groups like Kiwi Farms and these other people that are cyber stalking people on the internet right here on YouTube. You'll have trolls come in, your chat, and they're blatant about it. I'm looking through your walls, whether they're trolling you or not, or that I'm one of that. They'll say I'm one of the people that's watching you, or I'm one of the people that's harassing you, and we're gonna get you, and we're gonna get your family, and we want you die, and all that good shit. That's the same people, and there's groups of them, and this is not, this is not a localized event. This is a worldwide, I don't know, campaign to just, if somebody doesn't, that's part of this group, or that can, connect with this group, doesn't like you for some reason, or you did something, or they want something from you, they'll put you on a list, and you're on that list. Now, as far as it being government oriented, I am not of the opinion that it is localized to the government. Now, I am of the opinion that there are sections of the government that know exactly what's going on and that they're doing it, but they either are afraid of it themselves or they have an understanding with these people. Even though these people are criminals and the shit they do to you is criminal, and they try to frame you, set you up, cause your demise over a long term, which is called the soft kill method or slow kill method, whichever you want to choose. Um, there you go. But I had not planned on talking about gang stalking today. I was going to just see if somebody wanted to chat, but I really don't feel like going into it any further right now. There's there's it's just a big rabbit hole, and there's a lot of people on the planet and on YouTube right now that are perfectly in the know as to what's going on with it. They choose to use disinformation and discredit anyone that talks about it. So just for your own well-being, know that they're out there and they're doing it. Um, they're using it to torture people. There's plenty of people that they're torturing right now with it. I'm one of them, but I've it's been going on for me for so long that it's just like I'm not going to let it uh, stagnate my life. I'm not gonna stop living. Like like when I sit here and play guitar, they get pissed. Oh, you shouldn't be doing nothing like that because you enjoy it. Or when I do my artwork or I draw my pictures, they complain about that. But anything that gives you solace or joy, basically, like, you remember Star Trek, um, and the episode the thralls, the throngs, right? Where the 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 brains that were controlling these people to make them fight each other were betting with Quatlus, with imaginary coins, kind of like Bitcoin, fake money. Um, uh, the the premise is the same, that they want to feel like they're in control of society with this stuff, but they don't want to be in all. They don't want you to see them. And when you do talk about it, you're shunned by the populace. So that's just what's going on with that. But it's just kind of uh, there's several programs that imply the technology. There's Outer Limits episodes. There's of the new version of the Outer Limits, not the old one, um, that imply the technology of brain computer interfaces and the microwave hearing and the clandestine groups. And a lot of people want you to think it's Freemasons. A lot of people want you to think it's Illuminati. A lot of people want you to think it's the FBI or it's a certain group. Well, there are also groups like Nefarious Inc. and Revenge Inc. that if you paid them a monetary amount, they will harass, stalk, and destroy somebody's life for $10,000. And you can look that up yourself. You can look up Nefarious Inc. and you can see just what they're doing. Um, you can Google for yourself gang stalking jobs, and in your area, you're going to find urgent need for people to stalk people. Don't take my word for it. Google yourself. Just Google gang stalking jobs yourself sometime, and do a little research for yourself, and you'll see that these groups are alive and well, and they're fucking people over at will with no worry of prosecution or reprimandation. They're not going to be reprimanded. They're not going to be hurt, they, knowing it's illegal or not. Because I like I said, whether the government or law enforcement is, is behind it, I can't guarantee, but they definitely do ignore the subject. I mean, I've reported it to every agency there is, and I get the same answer. Thank you for letting us know, blah, blah, blah. We'll get back to you, blah, blah, blah. But nothing ever happens. And that's a general consensus as a rule for everybody that has tried to get help. They hinder medical, uh, they hinder you from getting medical treatment in certain places, certain times. They they affect your job. They mob you at your job. They move people in close to you to do this to you. It's not like it's random. This isn't a random occurrence. It's not like all of a sudden one day someone randomly wants to fuck you over. It happens because it's orchestrated and organized. But that's enough of that, I think. Well, I agree with you there. I would love to go back to simpler times when you didn't have this this tether connected to your ass 24 hours a day. You know, but um, the solace that I hold is that one day the technology is going to be so mainstream that they're just going to have to admit it. If they're gonna want to start using Neuralink on people, and Elon Musk is going to want to add a brain computer interface to his new Pi phone, like he talks about, there's no wires connected to that. There's not going to be a cord attached to your ass, from your phone to connect you to the brain computer interface that's going to be connected to the Pi phone. It's literally in the advertisement. You can look it up yourself. But Neuralink with the implants, yeah, granted, it might help people with disabilities that have trouble with their spine or whatever. But they don't need implants for this. There's no need for it. But they don't want you to think about that they can do this without any of that your neighbor across the street or back next to you or whatever, someone even from around the world can connect to a satellite and beam deadly microwave at you and harass you 24/7, manipulate things that you hear, affect your dreams, distort your thoughts, whatever, things like that. They don't want that to be known, that they can keep you from sleeping, that they can make you sleep, um, that they can avatar people and cause them to do things they didn't plan to do. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to think of that. So, um, as crazy as it sounds, it is here. It's happening. It's not science fiction. This isn't Gene Roddenberry. This isn't fucking Rod Serling in the Twilight Zone. This is your reality today. Well, if you're a target, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, you should probably keep wondering. But the reality is here, and this is and until the main problem is there's been no precedent set as far as the legality of it. Like whatever his name is, their name is, her name, made of rice says is that there's there's nothing you can do about it. It's not like I said, not like you can put a suit on, um, wearing a helmet or layering your home in tinfoil or using uh, a Faraday cage doesn't stop. Hello. Yes, that's me. Hold on a second. Let me. I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. Sorry for that interruption. That was my healthcare provider. But anyway, um, where was I? Oh, yeah. But like I said, if if you're interested to actually talk to me and maybe get some information or have a more clear understanding of what I understand, you can my email is public. You can email me, um, or you can contact me on Facebook. Um, my name, use my name, Should see my face. Should see my face on there. I look like this. That's my ugly mug. It'll be there. And you can message me on Messenger and uh, anything like that. But other than that, I think I have enjoyed the hour and 30 minutes I've been on here. I hope you like the noise that I was making on my old PV Raptor, and maybe in the future, like Sparky, you were trying to get on here, you get things sorted out, and you can come on and we can have a chat. Anyone else wants to have a chat, you're more than welcome to click my link when I'm on. Normally, I do a live on Fridays at 8 p.m. Pacific time, um, and that's probably that's probably one of the better times to be able to talk to me. Or if you see me around online and you want to chat, we can set something up. But as far as that goes, have a great day. Um, thank you for spending time here and chatting in the chat. Um, have a great day, and thank you, Tanya. Um, always nice having you here. And thank you for being a first time in here, FarQ. I'm glad to see you. Seen you over on Broken Justice's channel a couple times. You know, and have a great day. Bye.